Hey guys, welcome to my 27th segment. Yeah, this is getting confusing. 27th segment of my 100% speedrun of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Okay, there are 3 big tricks, or really just 2, but one of them is mentionable as a third. So 3 tricks to talk about here, and I see that they're all really close to each other, so if I want to get to talk about them, I'm going to need to do that way before they actually come up. But I do have a minute first to talk about, let's see. I guess just what I'm doing. Let's see, there is something of an annoying factor here, just in the way of a speedrun, that you have to go through that long underwater tunnel and this room before you can get to the main part of the temple. Because if I want to break this temple up into segments and save, when I save, I'll get warped back to the beginning of the temple and have to go through there again. And that'll cost time. So I had to debate whether I would actually do that, actually save and quit, or just do the whole temple at once. But I found that if I did the whole temple at once, it wouldn't be possible to do a certain trick that's not going to be in this segment anymore. Anyway, there I shot down with bomb arrows. Finally get to use those for another cool thing with rocks. All they're good for is blowing up rocks as far as I'm concerned. Well, heck, I kind of proved myself wrong in this segment, so never mind. Forget that statement. I shoot down some stalagmites. I'm not doing that again. I don't know what they're called. And then I come into this room, and this has to be the coolest room in a dungeon in any Zelda game as far as I'm concerned, because, as you can see, there's a freaking spinning staircase. And 8 doors, and it's divided so you can't get to some of them, and that is a really cool puzzle. Because playing the game for the first time, you'd have to go through all of those doors, and spinning, getting to a place where you can turn the staircase around and spinning it around and lining it up correctly and not getting lost in the process. That was just really challenging, and that was a ton of fun the first time I played this game. Took me maybe 5 hours to beat this temple the first time, just this temple. So, hopefully it doesn't take that long in a speedrun. Definitely not. Yeah. But knowing what to do, it actually only takes, let's see. You only have to spin the staircase 3 times, compared to, I'd say, 70 times I did it when I first played this game. And, well, I hope this temple takes about 10-15 minutes, but I can't really put a time on it yet. Okay. So that's the first key. I come into this room, and one thing this temple does really well is, it makes you go all the way to the end of the temple, or all the way to, like, the outskirts, I suppose, of the temple, get something, and then use that on the other end of the temple, and once you go through there, or get there, it makes you go all the way back to the other side of the temple. There's a ton of running around to do, especially if you play the temple the way that you're supposed to, which is, I don't even want to explain it, it's huge. There are these waterways that you have to fill up, and you get water going down the stairs if you turn the stairs the right way, and it's some really cool stuff. And I have to say, good job Nintendo on this temple, because, I don't know, it was really original, really cool. Okay, now I'm probably going to want to start talking about the tricks. There's one coming up here, and what I'm doing now is actually going back to that room where I got that key. But this time, I'm going to be right above that. I'm going to be in the room above that room, which technically is the same room because there's no, like, the floor or the ceiling from the bottom room is just a big wheel. And I'm starting to confuse myself with what I'm saying, so I'll just stop. But what happens here is I'm going basically back to that room with the key, and I'm going to do something of a trick here where I jump down from this room. Yeah, I jump down right here, and that's kind of tricky, I suppose. Not really. No, never mind, it's not. I don't know if Nintendo didn't want you to do that, but I do it anyway. Whatever. Okay, then I break this pot here so I don't pick it up when I do a jump, where I do a back slice. And the point of that back slice is I did mention in a segment before this, one of them, that the back slice can actually get you high up in the air once you do the part where you pull out your sword and jump. So using that, I'm actually able to go over the railing, and that's one of the few times it's really useful. And it's pretty cool there. It's really easy to set up, and yeah, all that. And then here's the third trick. I told you they're all really close to each other. Third trick is a mini-boss fight to get the coolest item in the game. As far as I'm concerned, it is the coolest item in the game. Usually what you're supposed to do is kill all these little bug baby things on this huge toad's back, and then it'll jump up in the air, and when it misses you coming down trying to crush you, then you can attack its weak spot, which is, for whatever reason, its tongue. But if you shoot a bomb arrow into its mouth right at the beginning, it blows up in its stomach, and then falls down on the ground. And you can use another bomb on its tongue, which is stronger than your sword. That blows up. You throw another bomb into its mouth when it does the guttural frog roar, I guess. I don't know what to call it. And then it blows up again, and just like that, a 5-minute mini-boss is done in 30 seconds. So, yeah, that's this segment. I get the coolest item in the game here, and you're going to see in the next segment the cool stuff that can happen with this thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and again, thanks for watching. So, see you guys at segment 27. 8. See you guys at segment 28.